Now, I've never really noticed how well these two colors go together. It looks quite nice, actually. Hello, everybody. My name is Sankara, and today I am here to show you how to draw Cyber End Dragon. That's right, Cyber End Dragon. There he is. I was looking around for him. Cyber End Dragon. How to draw this bad boy here. This guy is a pretty cool card. He is really awesome, and he's a lot of fun to play as well, mostly because of how well featured he was in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime. So we really love Cyber End Dragon. Cyber End Dragon is an awesome card. Now, if you want a deck that focuses around summoning Cyber End Dragon for only, I was going to say 40, for only $30, a $30 deck focusing on summoning this bad boy, then be sure to check out Tuesday's video just a couple days ago. I believe it was actually the last video shown on the channel, in which I did a deck combining 3 Cyber Strike structure decks in order to create a Cyber Dragon deck rather than a Cyber Dark deck. If you want to see a Cyber Dark deck, check out last week's video. We also drew Cyber Dark Dragon, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So without further ado, let's get right into this video, shall we? So, Cyber End Dragon. This guy is he's a pretty big beastie boy, but let's not once again let that intimidate us. Now, if you're new to these sorts of drawing videos, I should say, the key is to just follow along with what I'm doing, and you'll have no problem with drawing this for yourself. Just follow what I'm doing, where I do it, and it'll be fine, okay? There's no, like, drawing all these circles and lines and shit. We're just gonna get into it and just follow the shapes and lines that I do, okay? Trust me, it works, alright? It works. This is how I learned to draw. So, starting off Cyber End Dragon, we're gonna start with his middle head, alright? So, his middle head starts pretty much in the center of the page and is actually very simple to draw. It's just a few lines here and there, and it sort of makes a triangle shape, right? A triangle for where his mouth opens, with some spikes here and there. So what makes it so easy is that it's very sharp, it's very linear, it's very pointy. Okay, so just follow along with what I've done here, and then we'll go into his neck to join it up to the body. Okay, so just a note for his neck, you might actually want to start by drawing the outline first before getting into all the jagged bits. Now, since I'm doing it in pen, I can't do that for you, but especially if you're a beginner, it might be easier to just draw in the outline of his neck, just like all completely connected, and then add the sticky out bits a bit later, if that makes sense. I hope so. Alright, nice and easy, good start to our drawing here. Now we've got the head and the neck, and we're going to go straight into his body. So his body is probably the most complicated part of this drawing, to be honest. There's quite a bit going on, but once again, the good news about his body is that it is all very angular. It's very straight, very angular, which makes it very easy for you guys to copy what I'm doing. It is the most complicated part, but it is also simple. So, you know, it's like I say, don't get intimidated by it, just follow along with what I've done here, and you should be able to handle it pretty well. If you just draw off of, make sure you pay attention to where the lines are coming out of, like from the base of his neck, where those lines are coming from, and then it should look exactly how you want it to. Okay, coming right off those little wing things, we're going to start with the head on our left, not his left. We're going to start with the head on our left, okay? And it just comes right off of the middle of that wing thing and then just circles around. This head is very simple, it's not complicated at all. It's less linear than the rest of the body. There is a bit of curves in here, but for the most part, it's very straightforward. Just a lot of squares, a lot of rectangles, some points here and there. Now again, it might be better for you to first draw the full outline, like the curve of his neck, before going into it. You know, that just might help you to get the right shape to really follow that line. Once again, I can't do that because I'm doing it in pen, but if you're advanced enough, then you can just go straight into it like I'm doing right now. Alright, and right after that left head is in, we're just going to finish off the little wing behind him with a few more lines in there. Easy enough. Okay, next up, of course, we're going to go into the right head. Oh, also join that up to the body. Alright, so the right head, once again, it's pretty much the same thing for the most part. If you want, you can draw the outline first, if that's easier for you. But then his head, the actual head, gets a little bit complicated. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. But once again, it is all just very linear. It's very linear, very sharp, very pointy, which makes it easy to draw. Despite it looking very complicated, it's pretty simple. Alright, there we go. That's the second head drawn in. Hopefully that was easy enough for you. Shouldn't have been too hard. Okay, so next order of business is the wings. This is the biggest part of the body, but at the same time it's also the simplest part, right? Like, because it's so big, there's not a lot of detail on it. There's not a whole lot going on. For the most part, it is very plain. It's just two big curved lines going up the wings. Once again, if it's easier for you, draw in those big curved lines first. Draw in like just the straight outline of the wing and then add the little bits extra to make it stick out. And that same goes for both wings. So it's just big curved lines and with more curved lines in the middle, honestly. Like, it's just a whole bunch of curved lines. Now the curves might make it a little bit more difficult, especially if you're a beginner, but just try and get it to where it is on my page. Like, follow from the head. I'll show you on here. Like, go from, oh, can't see. There we go. From where his head is to where I end up drawing it up here. Just sort of follow that line and try and get it the same distance apart, right? For everything, if there's anything that matches up with the head as well, just try and get everything in the right place and it should come out perfectly. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that all the big lines are symmetrical. Everything follows the path of a line that you've already drawn. So once you've drawn in the first lot of curves and everything on the top, like at the very top, right there, that's just two lines, two parallel lines, but they're following the same curve. They're not quite parallel, but they're following the same curve, and it's the same on the outsides of the wings. They're all following, everything's following the same curve. So once you've got one curve down, just follow that curve throughout the whole thing. Alright, looking good, looking good. Okay, next up, we're gonna go from the bottom of his body and start drawing in his tail, right? Comes right out from the bottom of the body. Now, once again, you might like to draw the curve itself. If you just follow a image of Cyber End Dragon, like so, and just draw in that curve before you draw in all the bumpy bits. If you're a beginner, okay, that's fine. Now, with his tail, with all the tail sections, it actually has an M shape on the bottom, like on the very bottom. It has this sort of M shape that you have to kind of follow, which is different from the rest of both his neck and the rest of his tail, in that it, normally it's just a sort of triangular shape that just points in towards itself, but this one's a bit different. Right at the bottom, it follows that M shape before going into the normal triangle. However, all of the center points, all of the center points and all the side points, they all follow the same curve. So you can just draw in that curve first if you want to really get an idea of where to put those points in. Okay, and finally wrapping up with the final bit of the tail. This is just a curve into a point, and then you add in the lines there after. And there we go. There we go. That is Cyber and Dragon. Nice and easy, right? That wasn't actually too bad, right? Didn't even take me too long to make this, only 40 minutes, that's about average actually, but there he is, a lot simpler than he looks on the artwork, am I right? He's actually pretty easy. Cyber and Dragon, just a lot of simplicity in this design. It's a very simple design. Looks like there's a lot going on, but it's actually very, very simple because it's all just the same sort of basic shapes with not a whole lot going on in them, you know? There's a lot of blank space in his design, especially his wings, which are the biggest part. So, yeah, very simple, all just a lot of lines. I mean, everything is just a lot of lines, but I mean, he's very, very linear, right? He's very straight, follows all the right curves, and he's just actually very simple. A lot easier than he looks once you follow how to do it. Once you know what you're doing, easy enough. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you drew this for yourself, then please join our Discord server. The link is at the bottom of the description. We have an art channel on there where you can share your art or any art that you find, and I would really love to see anyone who has drawn this for themselves. I think that would be really awesome, and it would let me know that these videos are helpful. Also leave a comment down below to let me know if you drew it, or, you know, if you're joining the server, or just if you liked this video. Leave a comment to let me know. Leave a like as well, really helps out the channel, and satisfy me by hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified of when more videos come out. Next week we'll be going over some cards that go really well in Cyber Strike that aren't in the Cyber Strike deck, as well as we're going to be drawing Cyber Dark End Dragon. So if you're interested in learning how to draw Cyber Dark End, or just, you know, stepping up your art game, because he is kind of the combination of the two drawings that we've done. You know, we've got easy, medium, and then he's going to be the hard one. So if you're looking to, you know, evolve your art, then subscribe and stick around for that video coming out next week, same time next week. And yeah, after that, the week after, we're going to go into the Kaiser, Hell Kaiser's, or Zane if you prefer, but we're going to go into Hell Kaiser's anime deck. His anime deck with some anime cards is going to be very epic with the Cyber Darks and that, and it's a lot of fun using his anime cards. And after that, we're going to actually do a drawing of Hell Kaiser himself with Cyber Dark Dragon, just to wrap up the Cyber Strike series. So if you're looking forward to that, let me know down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My name has been Sankara, and until next time, see ya.